So here we go with the grand unveiling of my kintsugi pot. There you go. Absolutely lovely. Hello and welcome to the bonsai garden. Now, I recently did a video where I did a kintsugi repair on a cheap blue ceramic Chinese pot. Now, obviously I didn't want to use an expensive pot, so I used the cheapest pot I could find that I could afford to destroy for the purposes of the video. Unfortunately, the results of that kintsugi weren't as refined as perhaps my previous attempts, which is why I didn't display the pot at the end of that particular video, although I did go through the principles and the practice and what was necessary to make that repair. So all of that is still valid. Just unfortunately, it was a little bit messy on that particular occasion. So in other news, I noticed that Peter Chan on his most recent video on Heron's Bonsai was wearing the shirt which I sent as a gift following our visit to his nursery last year. So I sent the shirt to him perhaps about November time of last year, and he put a quick video on his YouTube channel. So Peter did a brief video where he opened the gift, showed the shirt, mentioned myself. And in his most recent video, he was actually wearing that shirt for the first time. It was a lovely sort of pink apricot blossom, I believe it was. It's just another example of my evil influence reaching out across the internet and affecting the other bonsai channels. So if anybody fancies a freebie from myself, just please send me your address and we'll sort something out. Maybe. I've just come back from a visit to a local nursery where I went to have a look to see whether they had any more developed trees sat in the back of their growing beds, which might have been suitable for bonsai. And I came back with a couple of interesting trees, and I'll just show you the... So here's the first of the trees. It's a mint julep juniper, which I got from a local garden centre and paid, I think, £12 for. I'll be styling that shortly. I've got also a Taxus baccata yew tree, which I got from the same garden centre for £12.99. Now, I'm intending on turning this into a really short tree and really seeing how small a tree I can develop from that. From a local nursery rather than a garden centre, I bought this copper beech and paid £14 for that, and I'm going to reduce that down at some point. And alongside that in the nursery I spotted this unusual plant, which is a birch tree, or a couple of birch trees twined around each other, and I'm going to see what I can do with that at some future point. And again, I only paid about £12 for this tree. So those will be developed in an upcoming video. I recently ordered some books off the internet, so I'm going to do a little bit of an unboxing of those now. Now, the first one, I ordered this particular book from Greenwood Bonsai, perhaps about a month ago now. It's not a particularly inexpensive book. It's quite an expensive book. It's about £35 to buy, and it's quite difficult to get hold of. Now, this book I bought because I'm not massively au fait with the development of pines their growing habits, what particular time of year to make various actions on them, when to prune them and so on. And so I bought this book to give me a bit more in-depth knowledge about that. Now, there is a companion book to go with this, which is what I've actually ordered now. So I'm hoping that this is the book from Greenwood Bonsai. And there we go. There's the companion book to the pines. So it's the Bonsai Today Master Series book on junipers. This, as I said, came from Greenwood Bonsai, was £35, and it's one of the few places you can get hold of it. It's a bit difficult to get hold of. So that will inform my knowledge of juniper bonsai trees. These Bonsai Today Master Series books are comprised of articles and features which I believe were taken from the Bonsai Today magazine. So there's lots of detail about different species, different cultivation techniques, different bonsai techniques. Now, the other book I ordered came from Amazon, and it was provided by the Book Depository. And this particular book is The Beauty of Bonsai, and it's a guide to displaying and viewing nature's exquisite sculpture by Jusun Yamamoto. And this book, as I understand it, is very much about displaying trees, laying out displays. And it will have lots of examples of layouts of Japanese tokonomas and details of the principles involved in setting out those particular layouts. And that particular book I paid £17.72 from Amazon. And so here's a shot of the books. So a couple of books from the Bonsai Today Masters series, and a book on display of bonsai. For anyone who may have been getting a little bit worried, there is also a final package which I received today. That's the replacement knobs for my cooker. So normal domestic service can now resume. Thank you for watching. Let me have your thoughts and comments below.